purpose.
It's a bad on purpose. I don't know.
Hello and welcome back to the Purdue Esports stream, where today we will be covering the NECC match between, it says Temple Esports Cherry, but I believe the actual team is Northwood.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're gonna get right into it, as we were a little bit ahead of schedule, which never happens, we know. But we're gonna get right into draft with bans.
So first bans up are Riven for Purdue and Bessa for and a Gwen ban. I think that's Gwen Jungle or Gwen Top.
Unsure. They could potentially play it as like a flex pick, I suppose, if Temple Esports does, though not exactly sure. Well, sorry, not Temple Esports. Northwood does. It also looks like it also looks like the names are swapped. I'm running under the assumption that red side is actually Purdue and that Northwood is actually blue side, just because we know that the Mbessa and the Jace are played so prolifically by Northwood's top laner and jungle. I believe they both play them, so definitely can use that as a flex. And we also know, because Junkie Joshua is the Riven one trick, that's probably where that Riven ban is going towards. But yeah, they're going to start off with a Nazir pick, and you were telling me before the game the patch notes.
Yep. Health growth decreased by a 9 per level, which is like a small buff. It's a pro play jail buff, or nerf is what it is, right?
That's true.
It's too good in pro play, and it's too weak in other ranks, but they just can't change it because that's how it is.
They're going to tone it down a little bit, but we are still going to see it picked here because of that. And it looks like Purdue has opted to pick their mid laner as well. They're going to go with the Ahri.
I kind of like the R. I think that, like, you never die, right? You hold your R, Azir ults, you ult out, and you have to save this lane, and save this lane in the...
Yeah, they're going to play the classic. They're going to play the Ahri Vi, charm into the cease and desist. Pretty typical combo. We do often see Temek on Vi.
And the Poppy, just press W and they can't play the game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a really good pick. Once you see your opponents pick Ahri and Vi, you slam the Poppy. The Poppy W helps with the Ahri ult and like Vi Q, etc. They're also going to take the Cassante here because they know they have the Poppy. So nothing against the Cassante when he dashes.
Cassante locked.
And of course, he's like a really staple pick in pro play, as we see.
Last pick. Do you?
What do you think they'll go for? I think they just pick top here.
Yeah, it's kind of pick top.
Yeah, especially because like the Cassante's already out. So I mean, why not? You don't want to show more of your hand than you have to.
Aatrox.
Okay, this should be interesting. We're going to lock in the Aatrox. If you guys were here 2 weeks ago, we didn't have a stream last week because we rulebooked our opponents. But 2 weeks ago, Junkie Joshua had a historic performance on the Aatrox, and not in the good way. So this is his redemption arc. We'll see if he can get it back together for us today as we move into the next set of bans. Northwood's thinking about it. Or actually, it's Purdue banning here.
Purdue banned Mundo.
All right, they're going to ban the
assuming it's Poppy support? That's what they have to assume it is, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's interesting, because they're both their support and their jungler have pretty big pools. So, I mean, it could also be top lane. It could be anything. That's a flex Poppy there. So, Purdue are, as you said, assuming it'll be a support ban. Or actually... I don't know, because why would they pick support if the Purdue picks Vi there?
I know.
Yeah. So maybe interesting. Purdue are gonna dedicate 2 bans to the Mundo jungle, the Mungle, and the Wukong jungle as well. And Northwood are opting to put
double supports.
Yep, all of their bans into support. But yeah, it looks like Purdue are probably going to gun to save their last pick for their support. You don't typically see it saved for ADCs, but...
Pool's too big.
Yeah. probably why Northwood opted to dedicate those two bans to this support role. Purdue's thinking about it. Okay, the Kaisa.
Oh no,
no,
last
the
minute Ziggs.
Ooh.
I don't.
Oh, Northwood were thinking about the Kaisa immediately. Honestly, I think the Kaisa would have been a better fit for the team because, Kaisa with her R, she can go in and out like pretty easily. And I feel like that's just like more what Ari, Vi, Aatrox kind of want to do. Whereas the Ziggs, he wants to be off screen. He wants to be throwing bombs from like millions of miles away.
Also, you're a little low on AD damage there with that Ziggs pick, right? Like,
oh, that's true. Didn't even think about that. I mean, you have a pretty good split with it's like Ari Ziggs and then Vi Aatrox. But
that is true. Like, if Aatrox can't get to somebody, right, or Vi can't one-shot them, it's going to be a pure MR game. And then if they can't win that, like,
that's fair. But I mean, yeah. Northwood are going to go ahead and pick the Zeri and the Zilean. Really interesting. I haven't seen Zeri recently at all. And of course, Zilean, don't see it. I think Nemesis played it once in NECC, but that's like it.
The Vel'Koz, however, okay, swap the Bard. Okay.
All right. They're going for a very poke-heavy bot lane on the Purdue side with the Ziggs Bard to respond to the Zeri Zilean.
I don't know. I don't like Purdue's comp with Northwoods. I think Northwoods is a very solid front to back. We scale and we team fight comp, but Purdue is like one half, like you said, like get in with the Vi and Ari, one half off screen with the Bard and the Ziggs. I don't know.
That's true. I do like the Bard pick though, because you can definitely help out your Ziggs if he gets pushed by the Azir wall or anything like that. But honestly, looking at it, there's not that much more that can impact the Ziggs. Nothing should really be able to hit him besides like an Azir flash, Shurima shuffle. So really interesting choice on the part of Purdue to be able to pivot to that of the draft. But yeah.
Let's get to it.
Hopefully. Maybe in a minute. All right. And I've been told by production we actually have to wait for spectator delay. So, I mean, you said that you like Northwood's comp better, no?
100%.
Okay. That's fair. I kind of like it better as well. I just feel like Purdue switched up their planning a little bit halfway through, which isn't... definitely wondering what was going through their heads at that moment. Scaling wise, let's think about that. Obviously, as you get pretty late into the game,
I think Purdue gets outscaled here. I think the Vi is the crux of that, right? Like, eventually you can't kill Poppy, she's too tanky. You can't kill Asante, he's too tanky. You can't kill anybody because Zillion presses R, and then you're in there with zero. You got Zillion R out.
I completely forgot about the Zilean R. I like that. They also have, like, Northwood has so many tools against the Vi. They have the Azir Wall, they have the Poppy R, they have the Cassante, like any CC from the Cassante, which he has on basically all of his abilities. Zeri can dash away, Zilean can R anyone, or stun. So Junkie, Joshua, and Timek are probably going to have a difficult time diving if they don't get a pick first. So
is that right? Is it Azir top and Cassante mid?
Oh, no. I believe they have not switched around yet.
Purdue swapped.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh. That's interesting.
I guess.
That would be kind of crazy.
That would be very
really crazy. It would be nice to see, though. Definitely would make the game a lot more exciting.
Who wins that, though? Do we think?
I mean, okay. Aatrox is probably going to have a really hard time against the Azir. I think...
Cassante's probably just fine, I think.
Yeah, and then Cassante just like, it's a huge nothing burger for...
Yeah.
Ari clears wave, Cassante clears wave, maybe takes a little bit of damage, but probably shouldn't take that much to matter. That would be kind of crazy, though.
No really killer pressure there. Yeah.
Thinking about it from the actual matchups, though, as you mentioned, Ari Azir, once they hit that level 6, Ari's going to have a lot more tools to get out of Azir's way, and also she has that charm, which is quite nice. So should expect pretty even mid lanes. It really comes down to what both mid laners are doing in the team fight. As they both have a lot of CC and damage to impact the outcome of that. And then, do you know the top lane matchup at all?
It's either pure coin flip fight, or if we both scale for 20 minutes and then see who wins.
Honestly, it might just be like do not interact with an opponent for the entire fight, and then just wait, and then TP across map when your team needs you.
Yeah, it's too much for like variety, like too much outplay potential on both sides, right? No one wants to get caught with their pants down. So I think that you're right. It's gonna be a little bit of a farm fest.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll poke and they'll trade, but they're like, oh, you're low, and oh, I'm low, and oh, let's go base.
Yeah. Should be able to see the bot lanes are both kind of aggressive pokey almost. So it'll definitely be interesting to see which one of them is able to take prio.
No really like engage though, right? Like they can
That's
both
true.
clear wave pretty fast, but no one can like do anything.
Right. Okay. Oh, yay, they put our names on screen. So hi, I'm Melody.
Hi, I'm X.
And we'll be your casters. You won't see very much of us in like a second as the game is loading in. But yeah, really excited to watch this with you guys. Okay. We're working on it.
Yeah, just waiting. There we are.
Oh, excellent. And
Okay,
we
you're
are
right.
in.
It was Kasante top. It was just a little bit of
Okay, cool. Would have been really, really fun to see, but just the typical matchups as you expect. Both top laners actually took TP. Neither of them are really,
Ignite top
yeah,
laners.
neither of them are really looking to super win lane. Aatrox is doing a little dance up there in the top lane.
One thing I see is that for Northwest, Zarya did go Ghost while Ziggs went Teleport. I think that's the big thing, right? Which makes the Ziggs lane a little easier early on.
That's true. And also the Ziggs, the turret damage on the W is going to be doing a lot there, especially with the TP that helps him like capitalize on if Northwood puts too much attention on one side of the map, Ziggs can go there and like potentially blow up a turret. But it looks like Mystical Meme and Angry Enchilada are going to have to play back a little here.
A little bit early poke, just Zilly, you press, if it hits you, hit you.
Yep, they're going back and forth. And Junkie Joshua and Cozy are immediately starting to fight here. Yeah. Okay, and it looks like a nice stun coming over from Claritz onto Angry Enchilada. A bit of damage on to the Bard, and our visual's gone. Nice. All right.
Give it a second.
Okay.
There
And
we
we return to the top lane, where Junkie Joshua and Cozy are again fighting it out a little bit. Health bars are pretty even. Cozy does have the push forward onto Junkie Joshua. A nice charm by Mungi onto Reppy. Meanwhile, it looks like Will has found Tamic in the bot side jungle. A lot of pings there. Purdue are gathering. Do have to be careful entering. And Tamic taking a lot of damage, but first blood is actually going to go over to the Zeri.
1-for-1, yeah. I had to burn flash the first time she went in, and she went back in with no flash and just got CC'd and died.
Yeah, I do really. I wonder what was going through Temic's head there. He definitely thought he could do something. Maybe just wasn't able to react in time. But yeah, really unfortunate that the kill actually went over to the Bard.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. At least they got an assist, but it's nothing at all worth.
That's true.
418 gold lead on Zeri now.
Yeah, you can see that gold lead. Zeri has significantly more gold now, though they are catching up.
She backed well, and Ziggs has not. So she's really dominant lane right now.
That's true. Reppy taking a lot of damage from the Ahri here. But, okay. So far, quiet on the Summoner's Rift. Actually, Temic going in there, trying to steal the buff. Don't think he get it.
Didn't get the smite. Poppy smites on cooldown, and Vice is not.
Yep. Not quite able to steal it. Junkie Joshua putting a lot more damage on Cozy here. He may or may not.
Oh, gank from
Trying
Bard.
again. Okay, Angry Enchilada has showed up in the mid lane. I heard flash. The stream is moving at 1 frame per second. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's
Give
back.
us 1 second, people.
Yeah, we are experiencing some minor technical difficulties here. Please hold as we attempt. Okay, I've been told that it should look normal for all of you all on stream. Just a little bit iffy for us on the casting side. Cozy, pretty low here. Junkie Joshua might be looking for the kill. He's actually going to be able to dash out with the shield and probably take a recall here.
Yep, there he goes.
We should see the TP come back, though. As long as Junkie Joshua can get this pushed in, his lane should be pretty well. You can see Temek actually in the bush there, covering for him, just in case. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, they are fighting it out as Bard gets stunned by the Zillion bombs. But nothing really going to come of it. Zillion just trying to push in the wave for his bot laner.
Yeah. Zig's finally back and got his Amp Tomb and his and a Crystal. But Zer's back with... What's the item called again?
Yeah, so it should be a little bit more even on the bot lane front. I don't know what's happening in mid lane.
It's pretty even. I mean, almost even CS.
Yeah, very even.
Ari has a level... Oh, no, never mind. He just went away as it.
That's true. Repti actually going to go in here. They both hit level 6. He's going to hit him with the Sarima Shuffle. Mungi going to pop the ult here to try and escape, and he does get out.
Zillion was there.
Has to be careful, though. Yeah, Zillion has arrived.
Ari ult was... It's Ari ult. You know, you trade it and you say, okay.
Okay, it looks like Will actually caught Angry Enchilada out as he was warding there. Not exactly sure what happened, but Angry Enchilada was not able to escape through the tunnel of something. I forgot the exact name.
Yeah, that's a vision in their side of the map, the bottom blue side of the map. So just happened to see him and
yeah, he just overextended a little. Pretty unfortunate. Cozy taking a lot of damage from Junkie Joshua here. Gonna go unstoppable. You see the Aatrox ult come out. The Cassante also gonna go all out.
Flashes are popped. Ooh.
Oh, okay. The flash Q. I presume it's the flash Q. Takes out Cozy.
Good solo.
All right. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Legacy and Clarice have gotten the push as they're gonna back up a little bit now to take space. Mid lane, very even on both sides. Neither mid laners have sums. They both use their TP and their flash. It seems at the exact same time almost.
Poppy's looking top right now. He's waiting on that to get back.
That's true. Both junglers are near the top laner, but Will has already found out Junkie Joshua as he tries to escape. Is probably going to get taken out there. Yep.
Nope. Just overextended, pure and simple.
Really unfortunate. You can see Temek was clearing his topside camps as well, as he probably could have made it if he had a little bit more time, but unfortunate, slightly off rotations there.
Now, what can gold lead for Northwood at 7 minutes?
That's true. You can also see Mystical Meme and Angry Enchilada are having a little bit of a rough time in the bot lane as the gold lead there extends to around 800.
Yeah, I think the early kill just set them back, and they've been trying to keep up with it, but you're down a kill.
Oh, Cozy actually trying to proxy, I believe. Does get the proxy off and is able to safely escape. Probably knows the Vi, his bot side, based off of
the war
timers.
Dropped, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that as well. I didn't even see that. Nice. Okay. Mystical Meme and Angry Enchilada pushing up in bot lane. But Legacy is just going to back off and let them keep going.
Zayn looking mid right now. On ward, though, for Purdue.
Yeah.
A Premium Shuffle comes out and misses.
Not quite able to get Mungi as he sidesteps that. And we will note that the grubs are almost up. Oh, Clarice is actually going to get the stun on the Ahri. But the charm on she's able to land the charm on the Azir, which allows her to survive.
The big thing there is you got the save ult as well, which allows her to save it for a skirmish later on gank.
That's true, but Northwood did get a very nice advantage off of that, which since the Ahri has to recall and the Aatrox for separate reasons, they're probably able to get the Void Grubs really easily. Yep, and there it is. It looks like Temeks are going to go ahead and set up for the first Drake, which should be coming up in like 2 minutes or so. Okay. Nice. Oh, a nice charm by Mungi on the Azir in the mid lane. He is going to dash in, but he didn't have ult. Not sure what he was thinking.
A collapse on him.
Yep. Here comes the Vi ult, able to easily leave him a sitting duck for the rest of the team to finish off. Meanwhile,
Very
in the
good
top lane,
rotation.
Cassante going all out. This Aatrox, he's alive! Oh my god! A solo kill for Junkie Joshua in the top lane.
That's
He had a
his-
slither of health.
That's the second one. That's really when the top lane is getting really bad. When you fire and gold up, 2 solo kills, let me know it's kind of gone, and you're gonna need help at that point from a jungler or maybe support or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, really good on the part of Junkie Joshua. He's probably just gonna be able to take that gold lead and use it to terrorize other members of Northwood.
Alright, back for first item now. Nothing for Azir yet.
Not quite. I mean, she is up 1 kill, so he must be just barely waiting on that Nashers. Here we can see him farming a little. Angry Enchilada taking a roam into the mid lane, clearing out the vision again. Purdue seems to put a very high prio on Drakes, just in general. So that's probably what they're setting up for.
Speaking of Drake in 45.
Yep.
Ariel won't be up for that. I don't know.
Nope. My ult might also not be.
I don't know if they want to take this at least on spawn.
That's true. They will definitely have to be careful. All right, Cozy looking for more of a fight as well as Junkie Joshua. Just trying to cut him off from the wave, kind of interrupt his farming here.
No one's nearby top lane as well. Everyone's waiting for the Dragon bot fight, so they're totally alone right now.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Cozy does get the stun there, dashes right out of the way of Junkie Joshua's Qs. The Aatrox W not quite able to root Cozy as he chases Junkie Joshua back under his turret. Still pretty even. Nice sidestep there, but as we've seen, this top fight could go either way, even when both are at extremely low HPs.
Wolthol's back up for top lane as well, coming up just now, so probably get an explosion of action right here very soon.
Yep,
As
we
it
should
comes off cooldown.
see more of a fight now.
There it is.
Yep, Cassante immediately going all out and... Oh, okay. Solo kill going over to Cozy in the top lane as immediately we go into a fight in for Drake. A Reppy with a great Shurima shuffle is actually able to secure kills on both the Vi and the Bard.
The big hero-
Basically
yeah.
confirming this Drake
Yep.
for Northwood.
Purdue couldn't even burn any ults. We just had Ziggs ult still, Ari ult, and Vi ult. They couldn't even get anything off. Just a pure burst of people, and that was it.
All right, the
Oh, a little bit.
exploding Mega Bomb,
Overextension
Mega
on the
Inferno
1v1.
Bomb coming out from Mystical Meme as he
Oh!
does try to take out Legacy, but
Ziggs ult saves him.
Yep, the Zillion ult actually going to be able to
so-
save him there as the Zillion barely returns in a lane in time. As you said, the Ziggs just a little bit overextended there.
I would die back with the first item though whenever he respawns, so that'll be a good constellation prize, but not what you want.
Yep. And they are going to get quite a few plates here. You can see this turret. They already got like a couple off of it before whenever Angry Enchilada leaves lane. Very unfortunate. If you're Mystical Meme, you're probably thinking, yo, where's my support, guys?
Yeah, down 2k gold, and that's... You need some help there, just hold that lane.
Yep.
Another top 1v1.
I mean, they're really accelerating the game.
Oh,
for
and
this
Jungle One
series.
too,
Okay,
except-
Will actually going to get caught out, or sorry, Will going to catch Tamik out here.
Yeah, down 2 levels though on the Vi, really hard for him.
Yeah. And I mean, Reppy's just here as backup as well, and he takes a cease and desist.
H-Fox stays long in his own fight. He's gonna probably gonna die for it too.
Yep. Angry Enchilada and Mungi have arrived slightly too late to help. They do a lot of damage to Reppy, but aren't quite able to get anything from it. You can actually see the Ari ult coming out here. He hits the charm, able to shut down the Azir.
Very well played. That one little ward right there on the edge of pit. It barely caught out Azir, I'm recalling, I think.
Yeah, they got to be careful, though, because Angry Enchilada's sweeping. I don't think he knows that 3 members of Northwood... Oh, he does.
Good portal. He falls. Unstoppable.
Oh, and he buffers the unstoppable, so he actually won't die there. Oh, Mungi actually going to get caught out under the turret. Angry Enchilada, unfortunately, wasn't quite able to save himself. You got to get the Bard ult to not ult the turret there, so there's still a little bit of threat. Not, unfortunately, slightly wasn't able to. But Mystical Meme, able...
On his own, farming up.
Yep. Get a little bit of gold back there as a consolation prize.
But Zeri is trading back on the exact same amount.
That's true. I mean, this Zeri has been on turrets basically all game. You can definitely see that because of the very large amount of
TP in the
gold.
bottom blue jungle.
Yeah, they are definitely looking on this area. They
the
don't
Ari.
have the Vi ult though, so they are going to have to be careful. As Legacy, too low of health to survive there.
Good TP from Purdue. Oop.
Okay, Cozy going all out in the top lane. Junkie Joshua responding with the Aatrox ult. Will also here to provide some backup. The Poppy W makes it so Junkie Joshua has to be really
good flash
careful
in
there. Yeah, awesome flash there to dodge the Bard Q. Angry Enchilada gonna have to take the portal out.
Yeah, Bard did 2 seconds late to play. Couldn't really get the save in time. It's already too low. Nothing to do.
Yeah, really unfortunate. You can see that he did just complete his quest there. He's going to try and help out his top laner here. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Ari and Zillion are having a little bit of a fist fight. The Hex Flash coming over to Will. Doesn't quite get the stun on Angry Enchilada, but does immobilize him enough.
Ult up in 3 right now. Maybe he could do something wait just 1 second on the Bard.
Yeah, for sure. Can also see Ari here going to have to use the ult charges to get away, but Temek has arrived, gonna try and Q Legacy. Not quite able to, but
there it is.
The Zillion ult comes out there. Also, a really good charm by Mungi, but unfortunately, the Zillion R is really
good
flash Q.
Nothing
by
happens
Temek,
though. Ari no R means she can't engage in the fight, and it's just a follow up on the Q flash. It's great, but nothing there.
Ooh, unfortunate miss the charm there. Legacy is so low, but Purdue don't quite have the resources to be able to go back in. Northwood knows that.
Zigzar is up. I don't know how what range on it is. I think it's not
true.
that big, but
I don't think he can quite hit it from there. He also seems to be slightly occupied by Reppy. Or he just knows that this area is going to be able to flash out of it. Not quite going to do anything there. Cassante going unstoppable, trying to pick another fight with Junkie Joshua, who is now a level behind him. This should be a little bit more difficult for Josh.
a lot more difficult apparently.
Yeah, nice sidestep there. Gonna dodge as much CC as he can, and then ultimately use the Aatrox ult to sustain through it. He is kiting back here as the Vi arrives with the Vault Breaker. Cozy having to back up here. Never mind, he goes unstoppable and goes back in. Gonna go all out here onto Temek. Temek, 3 levels down, has to be really careful there. Is able to get the shutdown onto Cozy. As in the mid lane, Angry Enchilada going to take out now a Sarima shuffle from Reppy onto Mungi. His teammates Claritz and Will are heading down, going to try and catch this Ari, but Mungi has recognized this and is actually going to be able to use the ult to get away.
Yeah.
But the Seeker is going to find him there.
And try and recall Bazillions still hunting.
Nice charm by Mungi here.
Probably trying to wait for the suicide.
The execute.
The full.
Yep.
The flash.
The flash.
To take the kill. Flash auto.
Yeah, Claritz decided some gold on your support is better than no gold. Gonna flash for that. Importantly, this means that if Claritz has to be careful of his positioning, because he's got to stay really near his teammates. That might need to be Zillionard. He doesn't really have that distance closer on the flash anymore for a little bit of time.
We have 4.5k gold for Northwood.
And more importantly, he doesn't have it to escape flanks, but he is actually going to sidestep the Bard ult there. Mystical Meme gets absolutely exploded by this area. Meanwhile, Junkie Joshua in the bot lane is going to pop the Aatrox ult. They're going to go on to Legacy, who does have the Zillion ult, is going to resurrect here. Not going to quite be able to take the kill as Temek dies there as well. Mugi has also arrived, and with the help of his damage, Junkie Joshua is able to finish off the kill there. Ari's in there. She's got the ult. Has to be careful of the Poppy W. She's taking a lot of damage there. You can see Junkie Josh just hovering over the wall and not quite able to provide support. Great charm as they're able to shut down the Poppy.
Yeah. It's looking really good probably for a small second there. She got, that beat the RER, got the stun, sent him back into the wall. But then the Avengers came, and it was too much for her.
Yeah, the Avengers assembled, as you said. But great team fight there by Purdue. They were able to extend it so that they could gain an advantage. And Ari's also going to get a bonus plate off of that as Junkie Joshua rotates spot. But yeah, really unfortunate for Mystical Meme. Definitely feels like he's been having a rough game here. as he gets absolutely destroyed by basically everything on Northwood. Yeah. Meanwhile, Tamek hanging out in the bush catches Reppy a little bit by surprise, but Reppy says, no you, call an ambulance, but not for me. I'm going to hit this Shurima Shuffle onto you with the help of Clarice, so we're going to do a lot of damage. Angry Enchilada showed up to help his jungler, but not quite able to do anything as more members of
kind of late TP
Northwood
from
arrive.
Aatrox.
Yeah, the TP coming out from Junkie Josh here.
Teammates aren't there, though.
He is going to have to back up.
If he can.
Oh, nice Bard. Very cinematic as the Aatrox is stuck there, but only delays the inevitable as Legacy takes him out.
Probably some bad comms. The Aatrox going in and everyone else coming out.
Yeah, but Tamek here actually going to get caught out by the Poppy as well. As Cozy goes to dive the Ahri, goes all out, drags the Ahri out mid-ult, really interestingly enough. Okay. Meanwhile, Mystical Meme hanging out in the top lane under his turret. He is not safe, as Northwood reminds him by diving him and destroying the turret with the Rift Herald. Great flash charm by the Ahri here. Doesn't quite have the damage to take out the Cassante, but he is quite low. Both players are quite low, actually. Gonna have to be careful. Northwood actually gonna move over to the Baron.
I mean, it makes sense. They won in 3 lanes over and over again. They won in top lane and mid lane and in bot lane. So at this point, they can shut up the game, kind of extend their gold lead even further, and kind of secure this victory, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, Purdue can't... They're so staggered at this point, with still waiting on Mystical Meme's death timers, and HP bars are way too low. They can't even contest that Baron. But yeah, I mean, we don't even have... Oh, I guess we do. We are technically on Soul. Coming up here in about a minute and 30 seconds. Purdue do recognize that. They are going to try and fly the back. But Mystical Meme has misstep. Is going to have to flash to try and get out of there. But honestly, taking a lot of damage from the Poppy. The little ult there does kind of save him, though.
Trying to engage.
All right, Flash Q coming there. The Inferno Mega Bomb not able to do that much damage. Okay, here's the Bard ult. Gonna try and save his jungler. Not quite able to. Shurima Shuffle also takes out the Bard, as well as Mungi is trying to escape for his life.
Ult.
Legacy playing really aggressively because he has the Zillion ult. Actually going to be able to get the triple kill, the quadra kill.
Yeah, I think gold lead's too big. XP lead's too big. Losing in all lanes. Towers are falling. I think this is looking pretty wrapped up here.
Yeah, very brutal game from Purdue here. Junkie Joshua also going to get taken out there by the Hex Flash on Will. But, I mean, if Purdue are going to come back from this, they really need to, like, bunker down. They do have the wave clear from the Ziggs, from the Ahri. They just got to play really carefully inside of their base if they're looking to come back.
Same time, though, one good Treeman Shuffle or one good pop, one good ult, like just blow apart all of Purdue's base as well is really the issue.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see humongous gold lead on the Zeri here. Like a 6k gold lead on her alone. Making the game really accelerated. As you mentioned, Purdue scaling not as well as Northwood here. And with the game so accelerated, there are not that many ways to get out of this. I mean, like, what can you do? You can probably... Your best bet is probably just to, like, find someone out of position and then get a pick on them.
Try and play for a pick. I agree, but who do you pick onto? Like I said earlier, you can't pick Poppy, you can't pick Cassante, you can't pick... It's hard to pick a Zeri that dashes out. Same for Zeri. It's just hard to pick anybody. Even on head of goal, right? Behind goal is not impossible, so...
Very fair, but I mean, there's so many, like, Purdue has so much CC that if they can just lock down one target there, I'm sure they'll find a way to kill him. I mean, if you like buy ult, RV charm, and then just start throwing stuff at them, someone will pop there. Yeah. They just gotta find the opportunity. But yeah, it looks like Northwood are going to siege Purdue's bot turret. Mungi gonna be using the Ahri ult there to escape.
Two going top for Purdue. Two going top on their top tower, on Northwood top tower.
Yeah, it looks like Purdue have decided they want to do some sort of a little base race there, sending 2 of their members to contest as the rest of them try to hold down the fort here. they are actually going to give up on that. You can see the TP coming in from the Aatrox here as the Vault Breaker hits Legacy, not quite able to put enough damage in
He comes
to
in,
finish him off.
One's already dead, towers are already falling. Now he's more stalling or anything else.
I mean, Junkie Joshua is trying to stall. You can see him run off into the mid lane here as Cozy taking a lot of damage, goes unstoppable, tanks his Ziggs bomb, but not quite enough. And the Mega Inferno Bomb also not going to hit. Great stun by Claritz. Probably saves his life there onto both the Ahri and the Ziggs. And Legacy just cleaning things up there with the ult. You can see Angry Enchilada there with the flash, trying to do something for his team there. But huge Shurima shuffle onto those members. Reppy also goes golden, which is able to delay his death just a little bit. Lots of fighting happening. You can see Will kind of gave up on the fight, is realizing that this might not end well, is going to kind of hit. Nope, he's gone back to hitting the Ziggs.
GG's.
As the first game will go over to Northwood.
Okay. That was not our best game we ever played.
No, but...
So for next game, what do you want to see?
There was potential, you know. Junkie Joshua actually got a pretty decent lead in the top lane in the early game with those two kills onto the Cassandra. He only got taken out once Will the jungler actually showed up. So definitely I think maybe Junkie Joshua picking like a more carry top laner and then going in with the intention to basically carry the game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I mean, he proved that he could win lane against Cozy. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to see that. I would also like to see a little bit more coordination between the team and team fighting in general.
Like very early on, that got picked, right? She kind of like went in, dove on, walked in on her own again, right? Like no one's there to back her up. No one's there to check it. Say, hey, you're good. Hey, you're clear. She kind of died again for not much of a reason. That's
true. And also, when Purdue when Purdue didn't have like a clear pick on one person, it seems like the targeting, the target comms weren't very clear, as we can see by often using the cease and desist on a member who
was full health or no one was on at all. No follow up. Yeah, I agree.
For sure. So hopefully we'll be seeing a little bit more coordination. We are going to move into draft for the second game. It's worth noting that draft is fearless. So all of the champions that we played last game, we will not be able to play again. So, I mean, I guess it's nice. Maybe you're sitting in mid lane and you're like, thank God I don't have to deal with Azir again. Don't have to deal with Zeri again. Don't have to deal with Zillionaire again.
And we've been Riven here.
Okay. Northwood are going to open with that Riven ban. I believe in Fearless, it's basically traditional to keep all of the bans the same because of just how the format works. Like, you don't have to ever dedicate other bans unless you want to do something with, or like if your mid laners share a champ pool and you want to like try and snipe a champ for them or something like that. But yeah, Purdue are going to do the Jace ban.
Reban Gwen. He's kind of running it back. You are right.
Yep. We should see essentially the exact same bans here, unless one team is cooking something. And there's the Ambessa ban, which was also banned last match. We're just gonna wait patiently for the bans to come in.
And say they're all the same, and then go to draft.
They are definitely taking some time to think about it. Maybe they're discussing like other draft strategies of some sort.
I mean, Poppy is gone now. That's the big thing, right? Poppy's gone. So now you're open to play some of those more dive-oriented drafts.
That's true. Wait, but you know who still exists? Talia.
Yeah, that is true. You got me there.
Your dash champs are not safe. Okay, the Silas ban. Did we ban Silas last time? I distinctly remember a Mundo ban there instead. So it looks like...
I thought it was Mundo on 4 and then Wukong on 5.
Oh, maybe you're right. But Northwood going to open with the Orianna for mid lane here. They do seem to really enjoy winning the mid laner. We'll see what Mugi wants to play against this Orianna. It's going to be the Syndra double control mage matchup in the mid lane.
I was like almost pro play-esque draft right now.
Of course. Speaking of which, we see the Jarvan here getting picked for Timic. Definitely a pro play staple with the flag and drag.
Ooh.
And a Nocturne.
Oh, yeah,
Orianna
Ori Nocturne, yeah,
Actually surprised that Purdue didn't pick up on that one. As definitely a very notorious combo. Ball in the Nocturne. Nocturne RN. Someone explodes. Rinse and repeat. But yeah, interesting that they let that through. Maybe they have a plan against it. But we're going to see the Aurora picked.
Aurora top lane probably, right?
It could be either. I've seen her. You can play Aurora top. You can play Aurora mid. So potentially a Plex. Yeah. Well, I guess the Orianna.
Yeah.
That's you're right. So probably top lane, but could also be a flex pick. I don't know. Maybe they're going Orianna support. I doubt it. Oh, okay. Purdue are actually going to pick the Mundo this time. Mundo top, I presume, and not Mundo jungle.
You could flex Jarvan top and go Mundo jungle if you really wanted to.
I'm not sure how well that would work. I don't think I've ever seen Jarvan top before. Would definitely be very interesting of a game, for sure.
Back into more bans now.
Oh, Purdue opting to go with the Rel. Since they picked Mundo, they obviously don't have to ban Mundo anymore. So, gonna direct more bans towards support. Though I guess last game, they did ban 2 junglers after Northwood picked Poppy. So, they are Purdue switching things up as they realize things about draft.
Again, Karma ban from Northwood.
And then I believe their last ban last time was Nami. So we'll see if it's the same this time as well.
I figure so. I mean, they're going to change it up. You know, the bot lane did just fine last time with those bans on Northwood side. So
they could be looking to play the Nami as well. Play maybe like Lucian Nami.
Lucian Nami, yeah.
All right.
I mean, it looks good with the team comp, right? Like, it's kind of a go-in team comp. You know, you have Nocturne, you have Aurora, right?
Yeah.
So it's more going in with Lucian Nami sounds really good here for Northwood.
For sure. And all of the like wombo combo potential between all of them really looking really good so far. The Yunara ban coming in over from Purdue. Yunara, very, very strong ADC right now. Oh, okay.
Leona ban.
They might be considering it, the Nami then, since they banned Leona this time. And
waiting on probably the ADC pick now. I don't know how to go here.
Oh, they're actually going to pick support.
Interesting.
They're going to pick Nautilus. Okay. This should be really fun. I think I've told this anecdote before, but historically, it's just been a thing about Purdue supports that they don't play Nautilus or they don't want to play Nautilus, or for whatever reason they prefer other champions over Nautilus. Historically, not very anti-Nautilus team. But Angry Enchilada changing that up. He wants to slam the Nautilus, and we'll see what Northwood want to pick against it.
Yasuo.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, the projectile wall. Because like Mystical Meme's probably going to like pick something that shoots something for it, I guess. But I guess he feels pretty safe seeing the Nautilus pick. Doesn't really care that much about it. Has decided he's going to play the Yasuo.
Does Yasuo wall block Nautilus R? No.
I believe it does, actually. Oh, Northwood actually going to pick up the Thresh. It will be Hook Champion versus Hook Champion in the bot lane for us this match.
Who do you pair with the Nautilus? I want to go aggressive, but at the same time, like.
I mean, I was gonna say Yunara, but then I realized they banned the Yunara. They must have some. I guess they could think about Aphelios. Aphelios has been pretty strong recently, but I mean, you got to think about like you got to figure out what. Oh, the Neela, perfect.
Neela.
I was gonna say you got to pick something that isn't completely like gutted by Yasuo Windfall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Vayne.
Actually gonna pivot to Vayne last second there. They were gonna consider the Neela, but I guess the only thing that it's not that bad. She has a lot of mobility.
Yeah,
which
Vayne
is
is really
nice.
good into the Nocturne. You can try and invis out. You can dash out. You can try and knock him away if his spell shield's down. Yeah. Anybody actually on the Aurora, on the Yasuo, on the Nocturne. I like it actually.
Just a very sufficient, self-sufficient ADC champion, which maybe Mystical Meme has decided after last game, if he's not going to have the support, he might as well play something that can win 1v1. Which historically Ziggs is not the best at. Not saying you can't do it, but against something that can just stand there and auto you, whereas you have to like actually aim, boo, just a little bit harder. But yeah.
Just waiting to load in now, waiting on runes and summoner spells.
I definitely think on the Purdue now has the better scaling comp this time. They've definitely changed things up. They have the Syndra, they have the Vayne, obviously. That can become really powerhouses as the game goes on.
And even Mundo. I don't really see a way to like really kill the Mundo, right? Like
that's true. You're right.
Like Aurora and Orianna are burst damage, which is not good against Mundo. Yasuo, if he builds correctly, can kind of really melt the Mundo. But then you can't like really pop Vayne. You can't really pop the Syndra at that point. So you have to really make a choice.
That's true. And the spell shield on the Mundo makes it really hard for Thresh to function, and the fear on Nocturne, of course. So Mundo actually a really solid pick, I think, into this comp. Of course, if the Mundo gets behind, then you're in for some trouble, because when Mundo's behind, I mean, like, he can't really contribute that much to the team. He doesn't have like a lot of CC, he doesn't have burst damage to help them out, or like high damage in general. So
one thing I am stuck on is the Nautilus. I think it's good. I think it's a good pick. I just can't tell how it's good, right? Like, you can't.
I mean, they do have a lot of squishies that, like, if Nocturne gets Nautilus hooked, unlikely because Spell Shield. If Ori, if Aurora, if Yasuo, unlikely because of Wind Wall. But like the the Nautilus hook, I think a really good engage tactic. I mean, Purdue just have a plethora of engage tools. Honestly, they have the Nautilus, they have, I don't know, Mundo running in, they have the Jarvanar, they have the Syndra QE.
That is true. I'd like this match to be to see who can engage first, right? Because Nautilus engages first, they can get it on somebody, they can cause chaos and make all those engage tools from Purdue not as effective.
But they do have to play around the counter engage, especially if Nocturne's if Nocturne's nearby but not like quite spotted. Like you gotta still watch out, because Nocturne ult even alone is still pretty difficult to deal with because of the paranoia just makes the entire map black. But yeah, honestly, I think it's interesting. Does Orianna? I don't recall. Does Orianna ult make enemies airborne for like a split second?
It does.
Okay. Well, I mean, Northwood are just playing this huge wombo combo team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be hype. I'd love to see like a ball hit like 4 people and then the Yasuo ult in.
Nocturne ult into Ori ball into 5-man. And he teleports across like the entire jungle. That'd be very nice.
And I mean the Aurora ult as well, just like a huge AoE damage tool. So Northwood definitely playing to team fight here. Jungler wise,
I wonder where does Jarvan path first, do you think?
Oh, you read my mind. I was like, let's think about jungle pathing. I mean,
like Aurora's
he could go either way, honestly. I think the Vayne it's really nice to have Vayne ahead, because then she can do Vayne things like never get killed and do a lot of damage and keep rolling and being invisible and annoying. And then, of course, the Mundo ahead just means you have an unkillable beast on your team, of course.
Yeah, I guess it really is dealer's choice.
But it looks like we are going to go ahead and be able to get in-game here, hopefully, if it loads. Top lane, the matchup is Aurora and Mundo.
Yes.
And Mundo does have a lot of tools to help him sustain through this lane, obviously. Just like his entire kit is built for sustain, but also he's got that spell shield. So Aurora gonna have to play pretty carefully around there, though she, if the Mundo stays out of range of her auto attacks, might be a little bit hard for her to get a good advantage in this lane.
Aurora are slows upon enemy leaving it, right? That's how it works? Okay.
Okay, Legacy and Clarice walking straight, both bot laners walking straight bot lane. Will and Timic have a little bit of an aura farming moment there. Donkey Joshua gonna go ahead and hit Cozy with the Mundo Q, because he's a little bit sad about that. He's gonna return the Q there.
Last one, no dodgeball.
Yeah, they are playing a little bit of dodgeball up here in the top lane. as the minions roll in. I feel like whoever gets level 2 in the bot lane is definitely going to have a big impact on how that skirmish goes. I feel like both of these, because Nautilus, you probably don't start out with Hook here.
I think you do. I don't know what else. I guess you can maybe go eat clear wave faster.
Or,
it's not that good.
W just to like sustain threat. Though I guess they don't have as much poke. It's very engaging here. The dredge line gonna land on Claritz there.
So it was Hook first there.
Yep. He is gonna take quite a bit of damage from the Vayne passive. Of course, does so
level
much.
2 first. If it goes
Another stun and root onto Claritz. Mystical Meme actually going to flash to try and get more damage done as Legacy is using the distraction there to also get a lot of damage on Mystical Meme. Isn't quite enough to take him out. He takes a lot of damage on the way out as well.
No more sums for Northwood, but no pathing bottom either from both junglers. No, sorry, Jarvan is pathing bot for Purdue, so be very risky in the next minute and a half for Northwood.
Yeah, for sure. But Junkie Joshua hanging out under turret here takes a lot of damage from the Aurora. I fear I misread the Mundo Aurora matchup. Looks like this is going to be a very difficult matchup for Junkie Joshua here.
Aurora still has flash too. You get one good flash and he's just dead.
I mean, Mundo's so low here. A flash E, you're right, could do so much. Orianna actually had to recall and TP there, back into lane. Claritz with the hook. He misses, but Angry Enchilada hits his. However, Mystical Meme a little bit too far away there. Has to play a little bit carefully because of the lower health bar. You can see the flash. Yep, coming out from Aurora. First blood going over to Northwood.
It's really bad. He's down a kill and down 11 CS already. Or done 1000 gold in the first 3 minutes. It's a really bad spot for Mundo.
Yeah, I mean, just pretty rough here. I mean, range top laners, am I right? Okay, Mystical Meme going in there, proccing the Yasuo passive with the poke. That is one thing about playing, that's really nice about playing Yasuo into the bot lane, is you've got that shield, which since ADCs aren't that powerful in the early game, it does a lot of mitigation. But Temek actually going to have to take the flag out of there, gets caught out a little bit, takes a little bit of damage, but not enough to be lethal. The first hook miss of the game. Angry Enchilada missing the dredge line, does get hooked by Claritz in return, but nothing really coming of it. His health bar was definitely too high. Meanwhile, Junkie Joshua has found his way onto Cozy, looking to return that kill. As Temek arrives bot lane with on the flag. Legacy does perfectly buffer it. The flash by Angry Enchiladas to secure the kill. It will go 2 for 1 in the bot lane.
Very nice play. Jarvan does whiff the flag and drag, but actually creates enough pressure on them and enough damage on with just melees to get them low, get the kill.
Yeah, but now we see that Will has arrived in the bot lane. Going to use the spell shield to be able to dodge the root, but not the hook, and a Mystical Meme will be able to take the kill. He is now 3-0 on this Vayne.
The fear almost went off. It was 1 second away from going off.
No, Junkie Joshua thought it was safe, but nowhere.
That's really bad. That's a massive wave crashing top lane. He cannot get it all.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Temek's showing up to try and be able to get something for his top laner. He does have to play really carefully. Cozy is very ahead of him by 2 levels, but his health bar is a little low.
And no mana as well. Yeah.
Yep. And the kill will go over to Temek. He gets a nice shutdown for that as well.
Out of that note, level 6 already on the Aurora is very ahead of everybody. And they just got 6 on Syndra for Purdue, so she's very far ahead.
That's true. Overall, the gold looking pretty even here. Purdue might have the lead in the bot lane, but in the top lane, Cozy has a significant lead over Junkie Joshua as well.
I think the big thing now is to see how well they play around their both Fed members, right? Because Vayne still needs more time to scale up and stay winning, but she can win on her own as well. Just kind of just seeing do Northwood want to go up top lane and get more kills in the Mundo and push that tower and try and take objectives in jungle, or do they want to stay bot and try and shut down Vayne? It's really what they think is there a win con through Aurora, or a win con by shutting down the opposing Vayne, I think, at this point.
Yeah, for sure. As you mentioned, the Vayne's still really vulnerable on her own, especially to this big like wombo combo, just exploding your opponent's comp that Northwood is playing.
Yeah, Nocturne level 6 now, looking mid, I think.
Oh yeah, and speaking of which, the Paranoia actually going to come out here, as the members of Purdue are looking to try and counter engage, but both the Jarvan and the Nautilus aren't quite level 6 yet, so not able to really do anything with that. Are going to escape with their lives.
Yeah, Jarvan about 1/4 of a lot, one halfway to level 6, I do believe. No, wait, almost there. He's like 1 XP off. He just was down that 1 extra creep if you look at the creep score.
Junkie Joshua has to be careful here. He's going to take a lot of damage from this Aurora. Additionally, the Electrocute. Just making it really hard for him to exist near lane.
Jarvan has 6 now. It's too low. He has to back freaking ult.
All right. Meanwhile, Mungi has found Reppy in the jungle here. I don't recall if Orianna Ball was used. It looks like it was.
Yeah.
And Mungi still has the Syndra ult up, so Reppy got to be careful here if he gets too low. All right. Speaking of ults, Cozy with the bridge between worlds on Aurora, using it on Junkie Joshua, who's going to pop that Mundo ult just to be able to sustain a little bit more here in the top lane. Still going to have to play pretty far out, as the Aurora Q just does so much.
Needs to back again as well. It's unplayable for him. He's going to need help. He's going to just suffer, and Roar's going to keep getting going to take first tower. Speaking of, Jarvan walking up to top lane.
Yeah, for sure.
Jarvan first ult of the game as well. Jarvan has 6. But doesn't really want it. Kind of playing back.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Angry Enchilada actually hits 6 first, decides it's a great time to go in.
Just going to take the wind wall out and call it good enough.
Yep. And it looks like Legacy going to have to back as well here. Looking to spend some of his well-earned gold. Maybe it's on his way to his first item. Oh, actually he went boots. That's probably what you want if you have to deal with the Nautilus. You want the move speed to be able to dodge the dredge lines there.
Nautilus and Jarvan as well. In case you
yeah.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the Paranoia showing up mid lane. Mungi just gets popped like a balloon there.
Nothing you can do. They want you dead. They're gonna one shot you.
Yeah, I mean it looks like Will is just gonna hit 6 and go mid on repeat. If you're Mungi, you're definitely having a little bit of a rough time here. Temic showing up to try and clean up the minions under the mid turret.
Thresh went mid too, but no play there.
Yeah, looks like he's not going to be able to find anything. Junkie Joshua trying to get one on Cozy here.
Mundo has 4 health crystals right now.
He is going to have actually pop the ult there. I think that was the ult.
No, Mundo is still up on it.
Oh, I see.
Still on cooldown.
Okay, Cozy gonna go ahead and engage there, just doing a lot more damage. Since he's ranged, just like the poke that he's able to do because of the range advantage, making life really hard for Junkie Joshua.
Purdue on Dragon now, but the jungler is top side, so probably gonna be no contest.
Yeah, you can see Thresh is also going up there to maybe contest a little bit. Not quite able to do much though.
Nocturne is pinging on his way top side, but no ult though.
Yep, the Between Worlds coming out from Cozy.
Doesn't even need the help.
You can see the Mundo ult actually got popped there, but she just one-shots him through that ult. I mean, what can you do, man?
I don't know.
You're just having a really bad time top lane.
It's range top, like you said earlier. There's still more waves are crashing and more plays are being gathered. That's a 2k gold lead on the Aurora now. Way more than the Vayne has lead on the Yasuo, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
You can see Temek has actually arrived bot. He has recognized that that they're probably going to want to take advantage of the bot lane as they are so ahead. Dredge lane landing on to the Clarites. You can also see the Nautilus ult coming out as well with the Jarvan ult. They've trapped both Legacy and Clarites in there. They're able to take out Clarites, but Legacy's going to be able to escape thanks to a beautiful tornado that stuns all 3 members of Purdue, so he's just simply not taking damage.
Nocturne's here, but he has ult, but just I think it's too hard to go in. I think you have too much peel for the Vayne. You can't one-shot the Nautilus or the Jarvan, so I think it's just going to be a lost cause at that point. He's going to walk out.
Junkie Joshua trying to take Cozy in a fight there, not quite able to. You can see the paranoia coming out.
They both flashed. Cinder flashed early and Nocturne flashed to try and chase, but good flash from Cinder.
Yeah, Nocturne decided that he couldn't quite go in there. She was a little bit too far back. Oh, nice dredge line by Angry Enchilada. Gets the root on Claritz, so Mystical Meme is just able to free fire on him. Does a lot of damage, but Claritz maybe looking to get a hook in return. Nope, he's just going to back up there. You can see the lane quest for Vayne has also been completed.
Yep, 1-2 quests are on Vayne and Aurora now, showing just again how much it can be a game of those two characters.
I mean, and the mid laners as well. You can see that this Orianna, Repi has quite the lead over Mungi. Just by nature of his jungler coming to mid with ult.
Nocturne, or not Nocturne, Nautilus kind of alone here.
Yeah, did get hooked. I think he is able to get out. Oh, not quite. Gonna get hit by the ult, the W shield, mitigating a little bit of damage, not quite able to. Mystical Meme getting exhausted there. Is gonna try and chase in, but Tamik is here.
Okay.
Nice.
Actually tries to get out and do his own teammate to death as well.
Yeah. Legacy tried to be a little bit slick there, not quite able to. Meanwhile, Cozy taken out. Junkie Josh again in the top lane.
In the tower as well. That's a lot of gold. Again, over to Aurora.
For sure. But I mean, like, pretty decent by Purdue to really switch things up and go bot lane. Will showing up in the mid lane again.
But no follow-up.
Okay, the Shockwave able to find Mundi. Angry Enchilada going to try and flash hook, find something there. Doesn't quite connect, though. But Mystical Meme's just able to, like, take a bunch of plates off of this, which is quite nice, because he has his jungler watching him.
Currently a 2k gold lead for Northwood at about 13 minutes.
Angry Enchilada landing on the hook on Repi. No one is quite in range to really be able to follow up, though. He's going to have to be careful as Claritz has arrived. He's going to get the hook on him. Meanwhile, the paranoia coming out from Nocturne is able to one-shot Mungi yet again as Will trying to find something on Tamik. They don't quite have the damage to do so. You can also see Cozy is rotated mid lane. I'm sure the other members of Purdue are wondering what a level 12 Aurora is doing in their lane.
We feel like bot lane, Yasuo's getting free farm, free tower plates. And Mundo just getting to the opposing tower. It's kind of a really big win on all sides for Northwood, I think.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're Legacy and you're suffering a lot playing against this bot laner. Junkie Joshua getting caught out here as Claritz is also going to head top lane to help make his life even more miserable. But yeah, I mean, he did get his top lane quest completed this time, which is excellent. Means he can finally leave this miserable lane. I'm sure he would much rather the Vayne lane against the Aurora.
I don't know. I think she has one-shot potential on the Vayne. Well, maybe not. She went Leandri's, but like
I think like if she does catch Vayne out, she definitely has one-shot potential. But I mean, look at the damage she does to this Jarvan.
Well, he has no magic mantle though. Or I mean, not magic mantle. He has MR.
That's true. That's true. But still,
MR and time to describe because of bonus health. So.
All right. It looks like Mystical Meme and Angry Enchilada have gone ahead to rotate mid as the standoff between Junkie Josh and Cozy resumes in the top lane.
Brush is still here though. I see an almost 7 Mundo in my future.
Yeah, Claritz just hanging out there.
Play.
As a little bit of insurance, the threshold going to come out as well, but Junkie Joshua may be able to get out. Mystical Meme also getting quite low on the bot side. Meanwhile, the paranoia on Mungi. How many times have I said these words? Awesome E by Mungi, actually able to dodge the fear, but Legacy nearby able to finish him off.
Yeah, like Purdue just can't survive where Nocturne are. There's a correlation every time Nocturne presses R, someone Purdue dies. They gotta like figure out how to play together as a team to kind of counter these, or at least track timers on his ult, saying, "Hey guys, half a minute it'll be up. Play together." They're just not doing that at all. It's going really bad for Purdue so far.
Meanwhile, the Nautilus ult coming out from Angry Enchilada, gonna try and do the dredge line, not quite able to land it on Repi, but Mystical Meme gonna flash for it. Gets
there's
exploded
the
by
one-shot
Cozy.
we mentioned earlier.
Reppy's so low. Okay, Dimmick has decided he's just gonna go in with the Jarvan ult and try to be able to do that. Legacy using the wind wall very effectively to dodge that dredge line, and also the Syndra E is gonna actually gonna get the ult, but only delays his death a little. As we can see off screen, Timmack has gotten taken out by the Nocturne, who is now on the Herald.
Overall, 2 for 2 though, not worst play been made so far. Actually, Purdue went up on that on gold. Look at the gold positive for Northwood. It was 4K a while ago, but now it's crawling down very slowly.
Yep, I mean, they're definitely making a difference. Junkie Joshua enjoying a breath of fresh air as he hangs out in the bot lane. Able to get the turret there, claim the objective bounties. Nice infusion of gold for him, for sure.
Nocturne did get Rift though, Herald, while that was happening. Oh, good hook.
Nice hook from Claritz onto Enchilada as he tries to dredge line out. Now is going to just try to walk out, but his team is here to back him up. You can see the Thresh ult coming out. And Cozy, the Paranoia, Will with the Paranoia actually able to come in and allow them to take out the Vayne and the Nautilus. Timmack has to flash out as Cozy uses the Realm Between Worlds. There, a lot of members of Northwood quite low, Purdue just barely not able to finish out those kills. Meanwhile, Legacy in the bot lane, dashing everywhere on Junkie Joshua, but not quite able to do anything. That Mundo Spell Shield is protecting him from the airborne defect, which Yasuo does so want to take advantage of.
Thresh is here on the Mundo. And Thresh Flay is knock up, so we'll be able to get Yasuo R going.
Yeah, he is going to land the Flay, but again, Junkie Josh is
didn't go for
spell
it.
immune. Legacy waiting to use the Tornado. Actually does get him airborne. Second Flay does hit here. Here comes the Nautilus ult on to Legacy. He is going to take the Lantern. And though he gets Jarvan ulted, he's able to dash all the way out. He does end up dying there. Junkie Joshua has also arrived in the bot lane. Is just going to stand here and auto-attack Claritz to death as Cozy can't really do anything as he watches 2 of his teammates die.
Kind of a bad fight from Northwood. They're down 2 people or 1 person the whole time.
Yeah.
Right?
Really good fight from Purdue. Of course, it's going to get slightly worse here as Will and Reppy have found Mystical Meme unawares. Ooh, he almost got one back, though.
Almost.
I mean, this Vayne is probably the only person that can stand up to, like, the very fed Aurora and Nocturne in a 1v1.
The issue is, I don't know how she ever lives the Nocturne ult. If you really get the true Wama combo we talked about earlier, Nocturne R into Ori R into Yasuo R, I don't see how she ever lives.
Yeah, I don't think she will quite be able to. But they didn't have those cooldowns up. I did see the Shockwave come out on Reppy, though it did miss. She was able to use her mobility quite effectively there. But yeah, things evening out a little bit. Nope, no longer evening out a little bit. As Cozy, Legacy, and Claritz show up in the bot lane.
And that'll be dead, and he'll...
And the Thresh ult coming out as well, getting the flash from Junkie Joshua, whose death is only delayed. The Paranoia coming out this time on Timmack. He tries to get something, but ends up just fleeing and falling to Northwood.
Yeah, Prussian's coordinated, right? Like, Vayne's topside farming out their top jungle in mid-wave. And people are just kind of... Yasuo goes down, actually, that time.
Yeah, for sure. A flash from Cozy there, trying to get one onto the Syndra, not quite able to. Claritz showing up to help out his teammate as he's able to hook Angry Enchilada and interrupt his dredge line. Great EQ by Mungi there to save his Nautilus from certain death.
Good recovery from Purdue, I will admit. Good recovery from Purdue. They got the kill back on Yasuo at the very end and saved both the Nautilus and the Syndra. But more needs to be done here, right? You're down 6k gold. Dragon's up soon. They gotta win this dragon fight. They gotta play this properly, which I think they can. I think that's like I said. If you can survive the Nocturne Orianna Yasuo ult, I think they can just like win. They win back to front team fights, right? They had more sustained damage with the Vayne. Aurora can't pop any of their front line really. It's very winnable. But
Oh,
unless Vayne
Cozy on the
dies.
flank here, trying to catch one Mystical Meme unawares. Not quite able to, but the Shockwave, the epic combo we discussed in draft, the Paranoia into Shockwave into the Yasuo ult, gonna take out 2 members of Purdue as Northwood are just gonna ram that Rift Herald. They're gonna ride that Rift Herald straight down mid lane.
Cinder is trying to get something on the back trade. Aurora's there too. I don't think it's gonna be anything really. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, Monkey's actually gonna take a turret shot here, and he's just gonna get popped by Cozy. Cozy with the Leandry just has a lot more health, and of course, being ahead like 4K gold, he has a lot more sustain than Monkey does.
1-for-1 trade here.
Yeah, nice 1-for-1 by Junkie Joshua. Does get one on Legacy. Clarit's actually gonna be able to hook Angry Enchilada, but it's gonna back up. Most of his team's not there, and it looks like Northwood are grouping to take this next Drake.
Almost 9k gold lead now. I wonder at what point does Northwood just kind of force Baron here if they win that fight. I think it's hard for them though because they don't have any like real sustained damage. Like Yasuo. Oh.
Temek is showing up in the top lane, actually gonna flash and then use his ult there to try and get one on Cozy, but Cozy, with all of the mobility of Aurora, gonna be able to get out. Jarvan gonna follow him, and Mystical Meme as well.
They want to give it to Vayne so badly.
Oh, do they know? Okay.
Okay.
It ends up going over to Jarvan, which is fine. Huge shockwave by Reppy. Oh my god, really unfortunate. Angry Enchilada just hooked Reppy with the shockwave into his entire team.
Massive turn. The Aurora stalling and going invis and going up in the alcove was good enough to get everyone there and just.
And the Paranoia from Will just able to follow up and do all the remaining needed damage. Wow. What an unfortunate series of events.
Be Baron for Northwood.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned at what point do they just take Baron? That point is now.
Mundo and Cinder trying to push out the wave, make sure that the Baron push isn't as good as it could have been, but the wave is very shoved in for Northwood side, so I figured out where they'll be going next.
Junkie Joshua actually doing a lot of damage to this turret. You can see with that additional demolish is gonna get collapsed on here.
Yeah.
Has overstayed his welcome a little, as he's going to get the Aurora ult and ultimately get taken out by Cozy as Northwood regroups. Cozy's actually going to TP top lane as the rest of the members seem to be looking like they're going to push mid lane. Actually, they're heading to mid to collapse on Purdue.
You're down 3 levels in this fight. It's
Yeah, just really rough. Bungie getting caught out there by Cozy. Wasn't quite able to back up when the teleport arrived.
got tower though. Small constellation price.
That's true. That's true. A little bit of gold. And it looks like Northwood are just gonna run it up mid lane. Mid lane and bot lane. They're looking to get the tier 2 bot lane turret, which they have set up quite well to do. They do have the Paranoia up. They have the Shockwave up as well. They have the Yasuo ult.
Yeah, no one can walk in from Purdue at this point, right? Chokehold's too tight. There's nothing you can do. You need to watch your tower fall and defend other lanes.
Yeah, big wombo combo potential from them here with all of their ults up as well. But most of the carries of Purdue do have the flash up, so if they play very conservatively, they can definitely get out. And here it comes, the Paranoia into the Yasuo ult absolutely obliterates Temek's health bar. And Green Enchilada with the dredge line, trying to get one back on Will, but not quite able to. Nothing really happening here as Northwood are just going to escort their minions in. Just kidding. Cozy's going to go in
Vayne is basically one shot.
Yeah, the ult does a lot of damage there. Cozy also flashing over, trying to get one on the Syndra. Unfortunately, gets taken out there.
A little greedy. Oh no!
Monkey going golden and then flashing there to get out.
Very well played.
The exhaust actually being used on him by Clarit's. Oh no!
Flashes on the Syndra for the kill.
Yeah, Clarit's trying to get one back there, isn't quite able to as the Syndra steps out of reach.
Kind of a big throw. That was like, multiple bearings are gone. Your pressure was gone. Knocked her back in their own jungle. That was pretty big for Purdue, actually.
Yeah, very nice team fighting for Purdue. Definitely able to break the siege here. And as you said, delay the Baron timer as well.
Next
They are
dragon,
going to have to find a way to turn it into a slightly larger advantage, though.
that could happen soon. Dragon up in 40. Let's decide if they want to fight it or not, or just want to keep playing for the scale.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is Soul Point Drake.
Get this tower. Nocturne has ultimate.
All right, they're going to go ahead and claim the bot lane turret, but the Paranoia Shockwave just going to obliterate Mystical Meme. Again, Temek trying to flash to get out there, isn't quite able to. The Spell Shield on Will being used to counter the QE on Syndra. He's going to flash and go in. As Mungi tries to use the Syndra ult to get one back on Reppy, doesn't quite have the damage to do so.
That'll be 3 dead on Dragon. Mundo went top, actually, try and trade something. A tower out during Dragon, but
yeah, Legacy trying to get one on Angry Enchilada here as he is able to use the dredge line to go away.
I think they weren't ready for just run mid and try to end. I think they're gonna go for Dragon and play safe. So
yeah, and here comes the Nautilus ult on to Claritz. Doesn't quite able to have the damage with only Junkie Joshua there. They're both gonna get taken out here. Will Mystical Meme be able to defend here?
I want to say no.
He's definitely trying. Great flash by him to dodge the Claritz hook. Actually able to take out Claritz. You can see the Paranoia coming out here and the Aurora ult as well. Mystical Meme still hanging out in the back line, but looks like Will was done with the game. Just going to auto the Nexus until it's over. And the series win is going to go over to Northwood. But yeah.
GG's.
2 games definitely filled with skirmishing. So quite fun to watch, maybe not as fun to play if you're Purdue, but a wonderful try in NECC here. I mean, yeah. I mean, Mystical Meme really did put up a fight. He had that gold lead until basically the end of the game, you know? And it did seem like Purdue were definitely trying to play around him and extend that lead, but I mean, the Aurora, she was just killing.
Yeah.
She was solo killing like everyone in the side lane.
You got to the point where she one-shot almost anybody on the whole team, right? One-shot the Syndra, one-shot the Vayne, maybe even the Nautilus with a little bit of luck, right? So it's like at that point, you know, there's nothing you can do, really, at that point. You can try and build a Mar, but the Nocturne comes in with his ult. And that's what it does with the combo and just one-shots you. At that point, I think the game was pretty much over.
Yeah, just a lot of really, I mean, draft-wise, I think Northwood played that pretty well. You can going back to the beginning of the game where they picked all of these combo champions. Obviously, some of them are a little bit more gimmicky than others. The Yasuo Thresh maybe didn't work out as well as they wanted bot lane, but I mean they were ultimately able to close it out and win the series.
I will say props to Purdue. The second game, again, draft 5 was a lot better than the first game. I do think that there was some kind of like mid-draft switch. I didn't end so well in the game 1, but this was a lot better in the game 2.
Yeah, it definitely felt a lot more cohesive. I also liked, it definitely seemed like they were a little bit more coordinated this game, just in general, with their picks as well. Just kind of snowballed out of control in the top lane, unfortunately, for Cozy. But yeah, thank you all for joining us for this week's NECC game. I believe we'll be back next week, same day, same time. Thursdays at 8.
Otherwise, that's all for us, I think.
Yeah, that should be all from us. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Production, are you dead?